but I'd spent 25 bucks on dumber things, so I thought, why not? And I had amazing results, and so I decided that it would be a great product to incorporate into the office. And that never really happened. My massage therapist was with me, and she signed up that day too, but she just never did anything with the business. But I started talking to my friends about it, in part because Pam that signed up the same day as I did, and she went home and read the compensation plan, and she called me and said, we could make a lot of money doing this. And so she came and helped me with my first wrap party. There were 7 people at my first wrap party, and we had wraps, we had defining gel, and we had a fat fighter demo. We didn't have greens, we didn't have anything else, we didn't know what the heck we were doing. But we had 7 people at that party, and I got 8 loyal customers. And some of you are like, what? The hostess of the party and her mom were there, and they're like, oh my gosh, Janelle's gonna want this, we're gonna sign her up. So they signed up the sister-in-law / daughter-in-law as a loyal customer that night. So I got 8 out of 7, so that was pretty awesome odds. My first party was pretty good. I don't think I've had a successful party as that since then, but it was a good start. I got excited. So I had no intentions of selling my chiropractic office to be a stay-at-home mom at the time. I was at a chiropractic seminar, a business building seminar. Why? That was not even in my consciousness. But a year and a half, 2 years later, I had earned enough with my income through ItWorks I was matching what I was bringing home from the office. And a bunch of other things fell into place. My lease was up on my office space, etc. So I, a year and a half ago, decided to sell my practice to stay home. When I first joined ItWorks, I saw that "It Will Change Your Life" t-shirt, and I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. And lame ass, hokey marketing. Seriously, lame. I have that t-shirt, it's nearly worn out. So I really didn't have any intentions of doing what I've done, and I have 4 kids at home. And I just want to share real briefly, I have a 3.5-year-old. He is our blessing, I call him, because he was not planned. He was the baby that I told my husband about on our anniversary, crying my eyes out. I'm pregnant. I'm a crier. But I had 4 C-sections. I was done. I'm not going to tell you how old I was at the time, it doesn't matter. I look a lot younger than I am, thanks to our products. So I have a 3.5-year-old at home, and he's my biggest blessing. His name is Adam, and I post a lot of pictures of him sleeping on me in my recliner because I'm old, or that I look, and he likes to fall asleep with me in my recliner. I don't fall asleep, he does. So we take a lot of selfies with Adam sleeping on my lap. Anyway, the other day, and this is my why. I didn't think it was my why the day that I joined, but it is. The other day, I was just getting ready in my bathroom, and he was standing on a stool, doing whatever he was doing, and he said, "Mom, I have something for you, but you have to come close." And I leaned over, and he kissed me on the cheek. And 3.5 years ago, when I went into the bathroom with Lynn at the Embassy Suites, that wasn't part of the plan. But God has blessed me beyond belief in this business. And some of you might not think that that's what you want, and maybe it's not what you want. But God's plans are bigger for you than you have for yourself. So that's my story. I get to introduce the panel. That's the husband panel. My husband is not here because he's at home with my 4 children. Our 4 children. He played a bit of a role in that part, I guess. He is an introvert, so he is not probably going to ever give anybody a Blitz card. Maybe he will someday, but with God, all things are possible, right? But he's supportive. He's always been supportive of me. He never complained, never blinked an eye when I said, I'm going to a rap party. As long as I had what they were going to eat figured out, I could leave and do whatever I pleased to build my business. And so my husband, some of you probably have a husband like that, who's not maybe going to be shouting from the rooftops with you and for you. But if your husband can do the dishes and put the kids to bed, which is no small feat in my house sometimes, and do those types of things for you, you know, count your blessings, because that is a huge support for you. So I sometimes compare my husband to other husbands, which isn't fair, but I have a pretty awesome husband. But anyway, you can work this business together, and that looks completely different for every couple. And so I get to introduce the couple panel, and they're going to talk about how they build this business together. So guys, come on. Thank you.